Om Sai, Om Sai, Om Sai, Om Sai.
Yeah, Sai. My name is Dimple and I belong to the Sai Visa family. I am a part of the Mumbai Healer group. I met Dijan in 2015 in the month of March. Before I met Dijan, I read her book Sai Baba is Still Alive. So my mom was a part of the group Heal the World on Facebook, and she heard a lot of people write on the group that Dijan's book is amazing and how it just reinstates your faith in Baba and all of that. So she told me, why don't you just send me a copy of that book. So when I was ordering for her, I happened to order for myself because I thought, let me also read about Baba, and that's how I got my hands on the book. And since then, it might sound very cliched, but life changed, and it changed for the better, because I read about Dijan's book, and like everybody who's read about the book, tears wouldn't stop at any point. Every chapter, every page that you turn, you just feel like you are getting to know someone you've known forever but just forgotten about him. So some sort of deep connections, some emotions that you can't really put into words. At least for me, I can't put this into words, because even today when I read Sai Baba is Still Alive, there's so many times when I read a particular line and I think, oh my god, like this is something else. Like, this connection that you feel with Baba, with Dijan, is something else. So once I got this book, I wanted to there was only one wish. I wanted to meet Dijan. I just wanted to see her once. I knew about her Reiki attunements and everything, but I was just wanting to see her once. Like, I had this thing that once I meet Dijan, my life will be like will be free of all problems and all kinds of tensions and headaches, and that's exactly what happened. So when I finished the book in October 2014, and I met Dijan in March 2015 when she came to Bombay. So when although I had this intense desire to meet her and just see her once, I didn't happen to see her coming to Mumbai post on Facebook. My sister happened to see it, and she called me in the middle of my work, and she said, you know what, Dijan is coming to Bombay, find out how you can go and see her. And I did the last minute finding out, like she was like coming to, it was a post of her flight landing in Bombay or something of that sort. That's like the last minute. And I happened to send a Facebook message to her saying that I want to see you, I want to be there at the attunement session. It's this I came to know later, once I knew Dijan, that she said that I never read my Facebook messages. This was just because we were in transit and waiting for the car or something of that sort, and I happened to open the Facebook Messenger and see your message and ask you to come and join the attunement sessions. So the series of miracles start from there, like from reaching out to her at the last minute to say that I want to be a part of this attunement session that you're having, and it just starts from there. And so this was a 2-day session that was held in Chembur, and my husband and I, both of us, attended this session. So on the first day, Dijan, I saw her and she was hugging people, and she was hugging all of the people who were there, and I was just like, I just want one hug and I'm done, like for this lifetime. So I walked up to her, she hugged me, and then she started talking about Reiki and the attunements and everything that happens. And we went through our attunements. I was in the first lot, and so I had my attunement on the first day. And it was a beautiful day, because this entire attunement session was taking place in a colony which was so quiet and beautiful and serene, and it's like and Dijan there, and it's just the entire experience was magical. But what happened the next day, I have never spoken about this in any platform, in any media as such, so I'm going to get very jittery and emotional and maybe cry a little, I don't know. So what happened the next day was, the sessions start with the lighting of diya in front of Baba. So Dijan was lighting the diya in front of Baba. I was just taking a video recording of her, and her hand started like shivering and things like that, and I was like, what is happening? I don't know. And the bhajan I still remember was Jyot Jala Do Sai Man Mandir Mein, something of that sort. And suddenly Dijan closes her eyes, and Savitri Amma, who was the coordinator then, she looked at all of us and she said that she is in high energies right now, and so she requested all of us to sit down, and we sat down. And so there's Baba, there's Dijan in front of him, and all of us like around her. We were just sitting, and the bhajans are like, there's so much of energy in the place, something that you experience when you're in Shirdi maybe, I don't know. It's like I don't know what was happening, because I was only crying. Like if any of my Mumbai healers speak about anything, they will tell you that Dimple is known only for crying in the group, because I was too blurry eyed and too much an emotion, and I was just crying and crying and crying and crying, and I didn't know what was happening around. But the energy that I felt was tremendous. It is I think you don't even experience that in Shirdi. It's difficult to experience anything of that sort, I think. So the bhajans are going on, and the energy is tremendous, and I am weeping and weeping and weeping and weeping, and my eyes are shut and they're just not stopping. And in the middle of the whole thing, I happen to open my eyes and I see Dijan doing this, and I'm like, oh no, I'm like shocked, and I'm like, this is Baba, like what is happening, like what is he doing, what is happening? I don't understand, because I have never been in a place where this was the first time I witnessed something like this. And he did this, and I say he did this because it was Baba. Like I know it is difficult for common people like us to considering our intellectual knowledge about everything in this planet and our opinions on things, it's difficult for us to accept it. But my heart knew, and everybody in that room knew that it was him, because you can witness a change in Dijan's in her stance and the way she's. It's not Dijan, it is him. So of course it is Dijan's body, but then I don't know, I mean I don't know it, I don't know how to put this in words, but it was him. That's all I know, it was him. And I'm like, oh my god, Baba is here, I don't know what to say. So when I went to meet Dijan, I was going through a difficult phase in life. I think when you are at your lowest is when Baba walks in and says, you're mine, don't worry, that's exactly what happened. And my husband and I had been married for like 4 years then, and we were frantically trying for a baby, and despite everything being all right, and medically nothing coming on, any report where so since medically nothing is wrong, I couldn't get any treatment, I couldn't conceive, I couldn't get any treatment. So I was like this, I was in this position where I can't pinpoint on what is wrong, neither can I, get what I want. So we went through this difficult time for almost 2 years before so when I met Dee, it was almost a year plus. So I met Dee and I hadn't told her anything about my life then. She just knew that I wanted to meet her, and that's about it. Like, I'll stay in Bombay and I want to get attuned for Reiki. That's all Dee Jaan knew about me. So I happened to be there at that moment, and I don't think it's something that was that could be done by humanly possible. Like, it was something very, very divine. So when this entire trance that Dee was, this high energies that Dee was in, was happening, every person, like every healer, was being called to Dee, and some were just given blessings, some were given a pat on the back, not a pat like a proper beating on the back. Some were asked to touch his feet, some were asked to just sit there. Like, it was very varied for everybody. And so this is going on, like, one after the other, one person is going and taking blessings and getting whatever they have to get. And so all the people to my right and all the people to my left and all the people in front of me have got their blessings, and I am sitting there and I am like, you can't do this to me. Like, don't even try it. Like, because I was in such already at like the lowest in my life, and I said, you come till here, like, you come till me, and you will not call me and you will not bless me. You are not doing this, okay? So I am like, like this nagging and fighting with Baba in my head, like, I am not letting you go till you call me, okay? So I am like that. And just before me, one of the healer gods called, and she is given a mango, by Dee Jaan, and I look at it and I'm like, I'm weeping, and she gets a mango. All I'm asking for is just blessings. Like, you come till here, just give me blessings. I don't want anything else. And Dee Jaan recalls the mango. She just at that moment, she recalls the mango. She just does this and she takes it back, and then she calls me and my husband, and my husband gets to just put his head down on her lap, and she asked me to touch her feet, and I did that. And the next moment actually, she gives the mango to me, and I am howling and weeping, and I don't know, I mean, I can't put that in words. It's this feeling of being accepted after all that you've done, like after the way you've lived your life for so many years, being sincere and being truthful and doing the right thing, and to be accepted, to be told by him that, yeah, you've been a good child, or I accept your faith, I accept your belief in me, I accept you as you are, however you are, like, So I get this mango, and after the session, after this whole thing is over, everybody is discussing about this mango, like how 100 years ago, like when Baba was alive, Damu Anna gets this mango and he gets a series of children. So I just sit there and I'm like, oh my god, like, and I guarded that mango till I reached home, like it was my life. And I of course ate it, and after a year, this happened in March 2015, and after a year in March 2016 I conceived, and I am a mother to a beautiful baby boy. I name him Sayansh because he is Baba's Ansh in every way possible, and I think that this message is a gratitude, is of course a very big thank you to my Dijan, but more than anything it is for anyone who's going through difficulties, you know, anyone who's going through tough times, anyone who's going through phases where you don't know where life is going, you don't know how to set it right, you know. So if you have a problem that you can solve, you'll be happy, like, yeah, I can solve this, I can do this, I can put in everything that I can to solve this. But if you have a problem that possibly you can't solve because there is something greater that is involved in it, you know, like people I know, like I personally know a lot of people, a lot of couples going through this problem of having children, and medically you want to do everything that you can, but sometimes even science fails, even IVFs fail, even the highest of treatments fail, and then that's where his grace comes into picture, his love comes into picture actually. Like I always tell Dijan also that there is nothing like I did anything special, or I am special, or I deserve this, or I don't know, like I don't know what I did, what made me, you know, entitled to something so beautiful in my life. But I do know that in those 2 years, all I did was think about Baba, think about you know, how I can sail through this period, because it was a difficult time, going through failure every month and going through, you know, doctor visits and all of that, and also the stigma, you know, attached to a woman not becoming a mother and all of that. So I went through all of that by just chanting, by reading about Baba. And I remember those days I would like travel to work and to and fro, like I live in Mumbai, so it's a lot of traveling. So I would travel to work and all I would do is listen to Baba's bhajans. All I would do is just chant his name in all that time that I spent. And this is the time when people knew me as, oh, she is Sai Baba's follower, you know, she's Sai Baba's believer. Till then nobody knew me as such. Nobody knew, oh, Dimple, oh, she believes in Sai Baba a lot. Nobody knew me like that, you know. It's only in these 2 years that I became crazy. Like I've had this crazy, you know, conversations with him where I said, I'm not going anywhere. I am staying here and I'm seeing what you can do for me, and whatever you can do for me, I will stay here. And whatever you, even if you don't do it for me, I am here, you know, I'm not going anywhere. Like you know, this like this adamant child who just keeps looking at your face till you give him what you want. I think that's what that's what I have been to Baba. I have been adamant. I have been I never went wandering looking for some other you know, like some other ways and resorts and means, like if you do this you'll get, you know, you'll be able to conceive and all of that. I just stood there and I looked at Baba and said, this is it, I am not going anywhere, you know. And he held me beautifully, like those 2 years. Like with Dijan says that pain must empower you, must strengthen you and all of that. I experienced it in those 2 years. Like I have been the closest I have been in my entire life to Baba in those 2 years. I actually thank him for those 2 years, because I met Dijan. I got this amazing, you know, gift in my life. Like in this entire lifetime is this one moment that I cherish, that I will always be so grateful for. Like for you know, is that moment when she handed over that mango to me. And so my son is now Dijan's Ansh, like she says, he is Dijan's Ansh, he's Baba's Ansh. I'm sure he is obviously here for a very very great purpose, because so many divine souls came into, you know, his being, and I'm glad that, you know, he chose me to be his mother. And my son calls Dijan Badi Mama, and that's what she is. Like, she is, I'm just his mother. Like, I just gave birth, but she's the one who got him here, I think. And he's also a part of all our healer, you know, meetings, all our seva. So like, when I see him at the sevas that I am at, you know, as a Sai Bisa volunteer, I realize that this child is starting so young. Like, he is here, you know. I started Sai Bisa, I started this seva and volunteering once I joined Sai Bisa. Like, my son is 3 now, and he's been to so many Sai Bisa events already. He is he's a regular at you know, at most you know, sevas that we are in, at orphanages or at hospitals. And so I'm sure he's here for something really big. But I don't know, like, I cannot express enough gratitude to Dijan. I don't think words can ever justify what she's done to me and my life, and where she's got me. I always tell her that all I have to offer is me, myself. I have nothing else to offer. Nothing. There's nothing in this world that can justify her role in my life, or what she's done. Like, you know, so after this mango was given to me, also I worked closely with Dijan on Sai Bisa, you know, a lot of things on Sai Bisa, and even now I work with her. And so in this journey that I've been with her, I am not the person I was when I met her. I am much better human being. She works on me, like, you know, like that story of Megha in the book of Sai Satchaitra, where it's written that Baba worked on Megha internally, and you know, changed his mind and everything. I feel that every time I am with, you know, through this 5 years, I feel like Dee has worked on me so much internally also. Like, she's made me a better person. And yeah, that's about it. Like, I knew I would you know, get too emotional doing this video. So yeah, it is something that my life is defined by. Like, no, most people in Sai Bisa healer groups across the country and the globe know me as, oh, Dimple, you know, that girl who got mango from Dijan, you know. So that's my identity for many healers in this country, in this country, and in any part of the world, because and I also feel like you know, very happy. Like, there are a lot of people for whom I am hope. Like, you know, this happened to Dimple, you know, this happened to her, it could happen to us. We just have to keep our faith strong. So that is the reason why I decided to do this video and to bring this out like this, because I know there are a lot of people who are going through this difficult times. It's not just about, you know, what I went through. There are different kinds of difficulties that people are facing, and if my story, my life story, can give hope to someone, I'd be glad. I know a lot of people who walk, you know, in healer meetings and otherwise, who message me and tell me, oh, you got the mango. Even Dijan will bless us with something that will change our lives. And I feel like, yeah, like, people who know about me believe in miracles, believe in hope, believe in a better tomorrow. So it's just making me, he's just making me an instrument to you know, give people that hope to live by, you know, if nothing. So I just want to say that if anybody is going through difficult times, like, you don't know why, how, Trust me, I say this with every cell and every part of my body and every conviction, like with very strong conviction, that one call and he will answer. There is no chance that he won't come. Just be adamant like me, you know, like just be in his face, like you have to do this for me, you have no choice. Like I left him with no choice when I was at him. Like even today there are many things when I leave him no choice. When my son falls ill and when my son is not okay, I just look at him and say, I don't know anything. I'm applying Udi and he better be alright. I don't know anything, you know. So I am this nagging and irritating kind of devotee of Baba. But yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to hold on really strong. You need to believe that things will change. So I think that is it, and thank you so much. I have this privilege of doing this video because Dijan chose me to give that, you know, to give the mango to me, and I have this beautiful little mango, and he is referred to as Mango in most of our healer groups, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and thank you so much for this opportunity to reach out to people and tell them about my story and about how faith can work wonders. Thank you.
Om Sai. Om Sai. Om Sai. Om Sai. Om Sai.